I'm not aware of any policy changes that are necessary. I think it's more a question of how we implement projects once we decide to do them. I think it's a question of, are we, to James' points, listening to all the voices in the room, and then if there's dissenting voices, are we pushing something through without putting enough accountability and that kind of legal backbone that we need to really enforce what agreements that we're putting in place. And so I'm not sure that there need to be policy changes. I think that the redesign will hopefully be much, much closer to what the population wanted to see in the first place. I think we could have negotiated that to begin with, seeing as maybe it didn't need to be so large in order to accommodate profitability, since now the profitability will be done on a smaller basis. So no, I think it needs to be done. The way that we as a community negotiate with outside partners needs to change.
Thank you, Zoraya. Sharon.
Thank you. I concur. I don't believe that there really are any policy changes that need to occur, but we do have a development agreement with the, so this is a private entity, and so we have a public-private venture for the streets, it's private, and so the developer really controls that site. What we have is the agreement, and we've tried to hold the developer accountable, and we've taken action when appropriate. I think that, 30 seconds, okay. I was one person who voted against the original project because I thought the size and the scale were inappropriate. Actually, what is being proposed is very much what I tried to get the rest of the council to agree to. I spent my whole summer working on redesigning that project and trying to get the developer to go along with that because it was more in keeping with what Burlington needed. Still the same three components, but just smaller and more compatible with us.
Thank you, Sharon. Jillian.
As Sharon mentioned, this development is now privately owned by Brookfield, and so the power that we have to policies and create over it is a little bit more limited. I think any policy needs to prioritize making progress on the site so it no longer is a pit. But what we can do is we keep Brookfield accountable when it comes to that development agreement, and there will be in changes to it and edits to it. We need to ensure that there's commitment to public engagement and sharing progress on the project. My mic is really loud. We need to commit to making sure that there are progress measures, so if something's not met and the performance measure is not met, what does the city get back? So we're not losing anything from that, and then ensuring that there's a commitment around the construction schedule. I think that with a lot more communication, both with people in City Hall and with constituents, I think we would have a better idea what was going on if they were held accountable to telling us what was going on.